Triffin?
Triffin.
Triffin. Okay, it is Triffin. That's fine. Honestly, in acting like simply because like my financial situation, yeah, I'm just so happy. I've done I say, like honestly, say something will get there. When say something will be there. If you need to focus on things other than say right now, that's fine.
This that he put in the parentheses, is that
No.
the names of the artifacts?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name? Di County. Nice to meet you too.
Just making sure I don't have to remember nothing else.
Yeah. Yep.
I was hoping that I could memorize my poem. I said I don't have enough brain energy for it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm fine reading.
I haven't memorized one in a long time.
I usually try to memorize because I don't like holding things in my hand, but
Yeah.
because there's a holding them, I feel more comfortable.
That's good.
I don't like so it's like all my nerves go in my hands. So if I'm holding something, it's gonna be. And sometimes I'm not, as nervous as I used to be, but
Yeah.
still.
We're like, no.
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Are breaking and in reverse. There's like maybe
But my parents
1 millimeter incorrect.
And so it's going back to this.
I'm doing the landing now. Oh, well.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, I don't know if it's it's so much ads and AI. Look, right.
That's so awesome.
Poet, poet friend, poet and friend. At the time, we're just gonna hold for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Oh, flowers.
Still driving on colored people's time, like we love to say.
It's funny.
Hey,
Hey, girl. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good job. Like you run perfect also. Yeah. This whole thing, right?
Yeah.
This is insane.
Hello.
I'm happy to see you. She's down right here.
It's like a week.
Hey there.
How you been? Yeah. Yeah. It's great.
There's not a bunch of scary headlines coming up about working at a law firm. Yeah.
Hello. Here.
Yeah. Yeah, especially for the person getting fired at A&M. Yeah, it's not good. I'm relieved. Timing was good. Yeah. Yeah, silver lining or whatever. Yeah. 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 Everybody's nice. You want me to turn this one on?
Or not? Yeah.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Irving Archives and Museum. I'm Jennifer Landry, Museum Director, and my pronouns are she, her. Please join me as we acknowledge the ancestral land that we stand on. We honor the Kickapoo, Tawakoni, and Wichita nations, and many others whose names may not be known, as well as the living descendants and future ancestors who reside on and care for this land. The process of knowing and acknowledging the land we stand on is a way of honoring and expressing gratitude for those who came before us and are with us still. We pledge ourselves to do the work of decolonization, restoration, and reconciliation as we move forward to a more just future. Thank you. I'm so excited to see you all here this afternoon. We're in for just a really special program. And, we took the exhibit down less than a week ago, and it has been such an amazing journey for us here at the Irving Archives and Museum to be able to walk alongside Adrian and Badge of Pride, to bring such an amazing exhibition to life, and to have the response of the community be so profound. Just so moving to know that we've touched so many lives, that for the first time so many are feeling that they are seen in a museum and that their history matters. And that is what we work towards all the time. And so to have seen it play out in such an impactful way, day after day, over the course of the summer has been one of the greatest privileges of my career. I want to thank everyone that sponsored the exhibit, supported the exhibit, came out and saw the exhibit, told your friends about the exhibit, for your support. When you do an exhibit that is considered controversial, although we never considered it that, you don't know what the response could be. And the response we received here in Irving was so positive and so beautiful. And we are so grateful for that, to know that our community has embraced this history and recognizes that it is part of our collective American story. This would not have been possible without Adrian Cardwell. And I'm so grateful to him. Yes. He has set the bar so high for what a community partner looks like for us going forward. It was not an easy journey. And there were points where we weren't sure if this was going to happen. And to have a partner that was willing to go on that ride with us, which was often a really rough roller coaster, has meant so much. And we're just so grateful for Adrian's support and for his wisdom and for just his guidance and just beautiful exhibition that he created and programming too. And so we can't wait to see where Badge of Pride goes next. We will be there cheering you on all the way. And so with that, it is my honor to introduce Adrian Cardwell.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. I'm not quite done with you just yet. If I could take this entire experience this summer and summarize it in one image, it would be this one right here. Yeah, so we were so busy the opening night that we never got to get a picture together. And then we had Adam and Jeff from the No Hate campaign, and they were like, come on, you two, get in here. And they took this amazing photograph. And so as Jen and I hit the museum circuit, I think this is just all of our presentation in one image. Here you go. That's all you have to say. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Thank you to the Irving Archive and Museum team. What a remarkable partnership this has been. As Jen mentioned, boy howdy, were we doing some political dancing for 3 years to get this exhibit open. And we did it, and we did it without a lot of protests. Now, we did get some, so I am thankful for that. At least there were some protests. But here's the thing. They were a little sad, and they had really poorly designed signs. And I felt like going out to them and saying, okay, clearly you don't have any gays in your life. And two, by the way, we've developed a workshop on effective protest signs, color theory, all of that good stuff. Come learn and then come protest us. They did, they wouldn't take us up on it. But yeah, it's hard to believe 3 years to get to this point. The exhibit is now closed, but this is not the end. So this is a little bit of a celebration and a retrospective, but it's also a springboard to what is going to be coming next. So what we built here was the largest exhibit of queer history ever presented in the Lone Star State, and we are not done. So we are reformatting the exhibit. It will be ready for travel. So it'll be going to more corners of Texas. It will be going to more places around the South. Where, we were at a Pride event in Keller, South Lake yesterday. And there were a bunch of not friendly people out front. And that's where we're going. Wherever those people are, that's where we're taking this history, because at the heart of this exhibit is a question that Harvey Milk asked. He said, how can people change their minds about us if they don't know who we are? And so the mission of our exhibit is twofold. First is so that as a community, where my community at? Can I hear you? So that as a community, you see yourself reflected in a cultural institution. You deserve that. You deserve that mirror. You deserve to see yourself in a museum, and you deserve to see yourself in history. Period, full stop. And number two, we want our neighbors to understand just a little bit more about us, who we are. And so I think we accomplished that on both fronts. A quick little plug. So you'll see there's a sign up here on the side here, and then we've got a show poster back over here. This is to help us raise some funds to kind of help us get to the next step. We asked the poets that you're about to experience their artistry here today to sign this, and they signed 5 copies. 1 copy will be staying here at the museum, so that now belongs to the city of Irving. 1 copy will be going to our partners, the Writers Garret. 2 copies go into the permanent archive of Badge of Pride. That's 4. That means the last one is right over there, and that is an opportunity for you to take it home. So please scan that. It's $5. You also get our lovely mug over there to go as well. So I sound like an NPR host. Give us $5, we'll give you a mug. Y'all, you are in for something amazing here today. One of the things that that was a surprise for me, but it shouldn't have been, because I know my people, right? And so we create art. That it is at the heart of who we are. And one thing that I have so found, my heart soars every time I think about it, is the generative power that this history exhibit, this is not a crusty old history exhibit, it's inspiring people to create new art. And we had this manifest in 2 ways. If you were here at the exhibit, we had an installation called The Fabric of Us. And the folks were able to come through the exhibit, experience it, and then we asked them to reflect a little bit and to create little 6x6 works of art. And let me tell you, over the course of this summer, over 200 people created 6x6 works of art that are now permanently part of the Badge of Pride archive, and it will keep on going. The other thing that we were so heartened by is on our opening night, we had, as part of that, we had some fabulous singers and performances, but we also included poetry in that. And Logan and Aaron both performed a couple of original works of their art for the crowd that night. But then someone else who was there that night went and created their own work of poetry, posted it online the very next day. And you'll be hearing from her here in a little bit. But that was sort of like the genesis of this whole idea. You know, and I had met with Lyric, I think it was at the Rom-Com Writers Garret brunch, and we were thinking about, oh, there's got to be something we could do together. You know, I didn't quite know what it was. And when we had the opening event and we had Logan and Aaron doing their art, and I was like, there's got to be something here. There's got to be something here. I just, you know, I don't know what it is. And I just had to noodle on it a little bit. And then the poem hit the next day, and I'm like, Eureka, that's it. That's what we're going to do. And so that is the genesis. So you'll hear more about that here shortly. But here's the thing. A queer history like this is about queer memory. And you don't have queer memory without art. And you don't have art without some protest. And that is the queer experience. It is art, it is protest, it is love, it is joy. And y'all, you are going to hear all of that here today. So I'm going to shut up now. And it is my honor to bring up here to the stage next Aaron Glover, the director of the Writers Garret and our partner in this event today.
A little bit of stage business. Sorry about that. Hello, my name is Aaron Glover. I am the executive director of the Writers Garret, and I would like to welcome all of you to Say It Loud today. We are so incredibly grateful that you are here, excited that you are here, and I just want to very briefly, before the poetry, because that's what we're all here for, say a few things. The Writers Garret is a grassroots literary space, and since I've been with the Writers Garret, which is almost 9 years now, we have always made a point to make sure to include folks from the queer community in our programming, both in the folks who are teaching, the folks who are attending. Some of the material that we have presented is featuring queer writers, but it's really important to us that representation happens. So when Adrian suggested this and I watched the video of the poem, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. We have to do this. Super quick plug. On your way out, there's a little piece of paper that's got our upcoming events. We have a bunch of them that are coming up in the next month. One of them being taught by our co-host, Logan Cure, on Edna St. Vincent Millay and the sonnet. It is going to be incredible. Please check that out. But there's a ton of other stuff. Lyric is hosting Tap the Mic, the cider sessions, the new open mic that we've started on the first Tuesdays of the month at Trinity Cider in Deep Ellum. I always want to add the V. But do check that out. Please come out and see more of our stuff. Come be more a part of our programs. Okay, thank yous. I would like to echo the Irving Archive and Museum, Jen and her team, Todd, everyone who went to bat for this exhibit. I was there at every evening for the Blow by Blow. This has not been an easy ride, but it has been such an incredible one. So thank you to all of you. I want to recognize we have an incredible board at the Writers Garret, one of whom is here right now, Ellen Goodacre. Please raise your hand. We have a small but mighty board that is getting really geared up for sort of our next phase as we're beginning to implement a new strategic plan, and they have been showing up in ways that board members haven't previously. So thank you so much. Adrian, I want to say thank you for including the Writers Garret. You didn't have to do this. I'm so pleased that you did. I think I would echo everything he said. There's some incredible stuff coming. Last couple people, oh, no, two groups. I want to thank the poets. Thank you all for saying yes to this. Thank you all for being queer in your work. Thank you for not being quiet in your work. I am so excited about the different ways that you are all showing up in these poems. It is such a beautiful thing. So from one poet to another, thank you very much. Yes, please, can we? And now, lastly, please, I would like to thank and then welcome to the stage Lyric and Logan. These two have been friends of mine for years now. Logan a little longer, but Lyric has become a dear friend in the last couple of years. These two people have brought a lot to me. You have done many things for me. You have helped me move through this world, through the challenges of being a person and a queer person and an executive director, and I cannot thank you enough. So please help me in very warmly welcoming Lyric and Logan to the stage.
Thank you. Thank you. Howdy.
Howdy.
Righty. I guess so, huh? Yeah. Because they won't be able to hear me, but maybe they will.
So,
Hey, guys.
can you hear us both? Yeah, all right. So, if you've ever been to Inner Moonlight, I like a good hearty, howdy. So I'm going to do that one more time. Howdy.
Right. Yes, and y'all already know how I am because I'm always gonna give y'all a hey y'all. Yes.
Thank y'all so much for coming to Say It Loud. We are so stoked to see all of your beautiful faces here at this event.
Yes, we're so appreciative of everybody just coming out, taking the time out of your day to stop by and see what it is that all of these beautiful poets, including ourselves, will be delivering today. So give yourselves a round of applause, first of all, for coming out.
So Lyric and I work together to curate this, all the poets that you're going to see here today. If you are looking to follow and learn more about these poets, do check out your zines. So your zines will have a slip sheet with social media information where you can follow the poets, and it will have the poems themselves as well as more info about each person. And I just want to say that this is just a small portion of the existing queer poets here in DFW. We had so many amazing people to choose from, to be honest. It was hard to narrow down. And we have such a incredible lineup for y'all. I'm so excited.
Yes. Y'all, we don't have any time to waste, right? We're gonna get right into this program, honey. I'm super excited to hear everybody, so I'm ready to sit down and enjoy these poems. So, our first one up is my good new sister. She is actually from the same hometown as me, which is awesome. We're both from Midland.
Yes.
So I'm super excited to introduce Logan. She is going to deliver for you guys the poem that she has prepared on the ladder. Okay, so y'all clap it up for Logan. That's your time. Thank you, thank you.
All right, so the projection over there will have the images of the objects that everybody has chosen. So the ladder is a magazine. So that's what you're seeing there. This poem is called Dear Kayla Husen, and it starts with an excerpt from an interview. See, I decided at 18 that I was right and the world was wrong. But the people who were in New York were in that intellectual stew pot there. And the going theory at the time was that you were sick and you should go to the doctor and get turned around. Deep analysis. Find out what went wrong in your childhood and so forth. Not too many people just, thought for themselves and thought, this is a crock of shit. Kayla Husen, an interview with Eric Marcus, May 17th, 1989. Dear Kayla Husen, I cried in my car the first time I heard you say crock of shit. I was on my way to work, a job that involved making a magazine, a job I would eventually leave after relentless harassment for that magazine's inclusion of queer voices. And even though I have always been like you, sure I was right. I needed to hear you say it. In the recording, you and your partner, Barbara Giddings, are joyful, finishing each other's sentences. A tea kettle shrieks, and your voice grows distant, then near again as you retrieve it. The details about your work making space for gay literature with the American Library Association and successfully getting homosexuality removed from the DSM intermingle with buoyant laughter. You took some of the most iconic photographs of our movement. Countless picket lines, Sylvia Rivera striking a pose on a fountain in New York City, 1969. Barbara smooching Isabel Miller, the winner of the first Gay Book Award, at a gay kissing booth at the 1971 Library Convention in Dallas. What I think about the most is your insistence in the 60s that the latter feature photographs of lesbians on the cover instead of vague line drawings. How some of your early subjects would only agree to be shot with their faces obscured. How eventually you convinced them to look directly into the camera. Thank you for literally making us visible. Thank you for telling everyone gay is good. For being intentional about archives. For pushing forward even when others in the movement said that you were too radical, too ambitious, too disruptive. Thank you for my life. In 2018, an interviewer for Outwards asked you about your hope for the future. And without hesitation, you said, "We're not done yet." I can't say for certain what you would think about the world in 2025, but I can tell you I will never stop looking directly into the camera. You were right. The world is wrong. It's a crock of shit, and we're not done yet. Sincerely, Logan. Thank you, thank you. So please welcome to the stage the poet, Delaney, that kicked off this whole thing, and her poem in response to the object Letter from Triffin. Please welcome Delaney.
Thank you, Logan, and thanks so much to everybody for coming out. It really means a lot that my poem was able to bring about such an amazing group of people to come together and to share their experiences. And my nerdy little history lover heart never could have imagined that so many people would come together to share their experiences about a museum, proving everybody from high school wrong, which is my life goal. My poem today is based on the artifact Letter from Triffin, which is a letter Triffin wrote to a family member talking about their AIDS diagnosis and their hope for the future. And as a disabled lesbian myself, who often struggles with both queerness and disability and the intersections between the two, it really inspired me, and I hope it's able to give you all some inspiration too. So this is, I'm not shopping for cemetery plots, and this is for Triffin. A deep breath in that turns into a laugh, a sigh, then a sob, the shudder of tears for a struggle years before me and years after me, a struggle within me. A struggle to place yourself before someone vulnerable and sickly and weak and asking them to love you anyways. Despite the cacophonous pearl-clutching wails, despite immoral laws and lies on lies on lies, to say I'm sick and I'm gay and I need your support like the air that I breathe, because I don't plan on dying today. I don't anticipate the Reaper's ossified kiss. I'm not shopping for cemetery plots. I'm looking for trust and love and life. More life than my body or the government thinks I'm owed. It's so tempting to stare into the depths of your darkest despair, of your own despair, high alert for that skeletal hand reaching through. But if you do, you miss all the hands above you, warm and waiting to hold you and squeeze you back together, not forever, but for now, and now, and now, and now. In the steady, smooth pulse of that hand, I could feel myself being pulled to times before, time and time again, when we huddled together for warmth, for safety, for understanding, for love. Tryphon lived longer than anyone could have thought they would. They said they'd fight it, and they did, long enough to come out and live their truth and to carry on the legacy of those who fought before and alongside them. Long enough that even after their death, I feel their hand reach out to me through the darkness like a beacon, lighting the way to more life. Leave the cemetery alone for now, my darlings, and see how much more life there's left to live. Thank you.
Woo!
Yes, wasn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Y'all show some more love for Delaney. All right, hope you're ready for the next one. I want you guys to please welcome the next poet on the mic, Cloud Goddess, writing on missing stories and voices. Welcome, Cloud.
I'm also a stagehand, so
Thank you.
let's move you a little. Here we go. Uh-oh, stagehand. Fire that one. All right, there we go.
This one is for the boys, click-clacking on bedroom floors in mama or sister's heels, feeling the thrills of lipstick on face, tucked hair behind ears, falling in love with the femininity as it appears in the mirror, seeing themselves clearer. This one is for the girls who live for a tailored suit, think like a man and act like one too. This is for the ones whose spirits don't live in the binary. The fairies, the furries, the exiled and condemned. When a disco ball spins in an empty room, the lights still dance, just like we do. When snow touches warm ground, it's vanished. Like the sound of a tree when it touches the forest floor, but no one is there to hear. Was it ever here? Was I ever here? Did I ever really know life beyond the closet? The closet. It seems like my safe space. There, I can disappear without a trace, without a word. The closet, it shelters my unhoused thoughts, my slippery stanzas, the ones I write when my immune system is literally falling apart. The closet,
Come on.
it seems to be the only one to hear me. It's searing. The loneliness. In a full room, I am invisible, dishonorably discharged, voice missing in action. T cells by the bed shore. Sea mist on IV, doll-faced, bushed-up sissy, femboy bear, otter stem, tomboy girly, stonewall verse. They knew themselves too early, seen as unworthy, disturbing. How we attack the foreign, damn the difference, silence our softness, and vanquish the voice who be slick with the S's. Take tea to tell their truth in the tone that is true to them. This isn't new to them, to us. Missing voices varnish the walls of the closet. Wallpaper over paint, blood, sweat, and tears. This one is for the folks fiending for love without conditions, the ones who didn't make it past their closet door, the ones who didn't make the headlines, the ones went missing on Fire Island, South Sudan, expunged and excommunicated from their family plans, the ones too snowflake and not enough ground.
Come on.
Crazy how the missing voices have become so loud, like the sound of a tree when it touches the forest floor. Missing voices. This one's for them. Thank you.
Hell yes, that was amazing. Please welcome our next poet to the stage, Kepler, who responded to the signage throughout the exhibition that started with the words, "Please note." Give it up for Kepler.
Thank you.
Hello. This is Please Note. Please note, there is violence, hate, and anger and fear tied through history with a needle and thread. Please note its presence in squares, both in here and out there, beyond the doors. Please note the hurt. You will look at these faces, these names, and feel tears in your eyes. Because you are human, and it could easily be you or someone you know who sits on the wall in front of you. Please look between the stitching where there is joy, love, and harmony interwoven like hands held tight. Take mine, tighten yours. Please hold on, because the fear might be here a while more. But we will be together, still strong, an unbreakable force fighting for our lives. Please note it will get better. The pain and suffering turn to a bad memory. Please stay to see it through. Stay with me. Please don't let go. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Kepler. We told y'all these poems were gonna be amazing. All right, y'all ready for the next one? Please, please, please welcome Black Bailey, writing on Lost Faces, Trans Day of Remembrance and Vigil. Black Bailey, everybody.
The mirror don't lie. It shows her as the woman she always knew was hiding in her bones. The girl, carved free with trembling hands and endless nights and prayers for the world. The world still squints at her, still call her an illusion, still call her sir in checkout lines because they don't see her. They see a transition. Loved once brushed her cheek, soft as sunlight, and she thought, finally, a man is here to love me, and his hands turned into a fist, and her name became a punchline to a joke, slurred between broken teeth and swollen lips, and another whispered, "She's perfect, but only in the dark, only behind doors that's locked, where no one can see him wanting her. She has been both goddess and ghost, worshipped and erased, kissed like a secret and left like a crime scene, yet here in the mirror, she can see her face, the woman she fought to become. Her eyes hold weight of every bruise, every betrayal, every time love promised to stay and never did. And maybe one day, someone will see her reflection and not look away. See that her place here is a place that she can stay and not be subjected to make change, to be someone else's safe place. All while he hide her like a keepsake, break holes in her walls and windows because he battled his own insecure desires. So many lives expire trying to be loved. And Rita Hester was one of those. They tried to talk her name into silence. But the name in which she come is carved into protest signs, sketched into concrete where blood runs dry, alive in every trans soul who refused to fold. See, they only showed you murdered. As if the only headline we deserve is a tombstone. We lit candles into the street glowed, turned grief into gospel, pain into protest, and your name, Rita, into a movement. You are a spark behind remembrance. You are a face behind resistance. And all the ones they tried to erase. This is not a memorial. This is war paint. This is survival of being oneself. We are all Rita Hester, trying not to lose another lost face. Poem.
Wonderful. Our next poet is responding to Memories Make the Warmest Quilts Miniature Quilter Studio. Please welcome Arthur.
This is the quilter. Listen closely. Hear the song of the serger's steady metal pulse. Practiced hands guide the needle through rounds of stitches and make the cuts that need to be made. He operates through the night, the patient's body a canvas in need of repair, to graft and patch until whole again, as if it could be as simple as removing death, cutting it out, closing the incision. Falling out of the dream, the surgeon's work begins to unravel. He dawns in horror, only to find that it's happened again. His scalpel grows back into a pair of scissors. Forceps become pincushions. Even the operating table turns back into a quilting desk, and his needle still a needle. His thread still thread, only now bare of its life-saving qualities, and his patient gone. His patient gone, and still the sunlight falls in through the window. God, what good is an artisan plague? He doesn't know. But whoever said that love wasn't going to save us hasn't seen him there yet. Not quite out of the nightmare, still early morning, scrubbing off layers of gloves, those unworn blue leftovers from the constant daydreams where he had traded stitching for suture and fabrication for medicine, but we all have to leave the hospital eventually when we're asked to, after it's time to go. Home again, his hands find familiar scraps of patterned cloth and soft batter. He's no doctor, he never was. Skilled hands, but still only a quilter. In another life, he made blankets, and they were beautiful. And no one ever cried to see him finish one, then begin another. But in this one, there were still lives to save, and no medicine that could do it, only a living memory and a legacy, soft as cloth. And now I see him, haunting my own desk, hunched over and fiddling with the strings of my own old sewing machine. He embroiders, if only I'd been a doctor, again and again. Sometimes the last word is different. Was that me? If he never felt this regret, I hope he might forgive me for assuming. I'm only scared, and I've been wondering, what good is an artist in a war? If I had other skills, I would save everyone. But I only know the body as a lover, and doctors wouldn't need you, lady. Your warm hands. Politicians don't need your dimples or your handsome chin. No. If death is to come for you tomorrow, I have no skills I could use to steal you back. I can only love today and tomorrow. Start picking up the strings.
That was beautiful, Arthur. Yes. I hope you guys are remembering to follow your artists. You can find their socials in your zines, as well as other information about your artists and everybody else that was involved in this project. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for everyone in there. Our next artist that will be presenting today, please welcome poet Miss Trill, whose writing is on the No Head Campaign Dress Work by Polly. Is that good? Is it on? Do it look like it's still safe? Much better. There we go. Please welcome Miss Trill.
They tried to stitch our mouths closed like torn clothes, yet we stood bold. Like these letters, no hate. The cricket scene, they called it Proposition 8. California State tried their best to hear us out. But even with duct tape on our mouths, they was gonna still hear us out loud. A cry without sound, through fashion, through fabric, still wearing our heart on our sleeves. But for this dress, we have receipts, resistance, sewn in by the seamstress, sleeveless, strapless, arms bare, rare, aware of what we wear even when unseen. Because true love will always intervene. More than just a gown stitched by Terry King, this was a banner full of equality, a billboard draped in satin, a message they could not mute nor delete. See, this is what you call a statement piece. As for me, well, in 2017, on May 14th, I stood on Santa Monica Beach, the Pacific Ocean, as I witnessed 2 sets of footprints in sand, 2 brides full of pride, out in the open, outside, never to hide again. See, my decision to love freely was mine's again. So with permission from the hot California sun, that day we overruled any law and anyone who wanted to see us drown, dismissed anyone who didn't want to see us smile. Because love won, but love never deserved to be on probation. Love deserves a celebration. This fabric was the verdict. Love is louder than legislation. So that dress worn by Pauley Perrette was evident, but our dresses was evidence that we took back control. You can't paint us all equal, then skip over the rainbow. They tried to stitch our mouths closed like torn clothes, yet we stood bold like these letters. No hate. Let's go! Thank you.
Let's keep that energy going for our next poet. Please welcome Emmy, who is responding to the Pierce wedding photos. Before I read, I would like to give you a little bit of context. These photos, this set of photos called the Pierce wedding photos, was taken in 1918 in Kalamazoo and features a group of mostly unnamed women, or appear to be women, staging a wedding ceremony. Another piece of context is that in a park in June this year, I married my best friend.
Woo!
And this poem is called Two Weddings. Men are dying in ways they've never died before, yet we are in the empty house,
with all the June days cooking done, and you tell me you've thought of a game for us to play. We need the garden, the white dress from your hoe chest, my husband's hat. The house has been so quiet since the war. From the high shelf in the cool wardrobe, I take it down from Clyde's things. The shape feels right for me. Cotton shirt, worsted trousers, a new shape, right for me. The tie, when Pa showed my brother how, Ma wouldn't let me see, but I fastened it at my neck, and I do see. I see clearly. The girls come to the garden to play our game in suits and frocks. Edith marries off each one in laughing pairs, but she saves me for you. Man and wife, we parade for Mr. Pierce's camera. Sitting in my lap for our portrait, your hand, a dove, a light on my shoulder. Your lips brush my ear. What should I call you, husband? I already know the name I will say. I have held it in my heart since I was born. I would never tell Clyde, never my folks, but I whisper it to your ear. And before our lips have gone, the kiss. Through the trees, I look out toward 100 years from now, and I see them in June in the park, the wind billowing through the white dress, the two rings changing, hands clasped, the one with a whispered name, now said aloud, and oh, their kiss. In the changing tree light, I see them. Someone, someday, will live in ways we have never lived before.
Woo! Thank you for that, Amy. All righty. Next up, we have one of my very wonderful friends. I'm so proud to bring him up. Y'all clap it up. Welcome Guru, writing on my Raymond Highway. Woo, 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 woo! Thank you.
They say I do it. Ain't nobody caught me. Sure got to prove it on me. In the 20s and 30s, when the rules were still being written, Ma Rainey came and broke every one. And it's about time we gave more flowers to a woman who paved the way, who made it possible for a queer artist like me to have visibility. Ma Rainey was a Black woman who bent desire into music and dared the world to sing along. Some nights she sang of men, some nights of women, and some nights the music itself was the only lover who could keep up. Known as the mother of blues, not because she birthed it, but because she raised it, taught it there were no limits to what it could be. Blues is the mother of American music, and from her womb came children running wild. Jazz, gospel, R&B, country, and rock and roll, each carrying her spirit, each echoing her sound. Then came the grandkids, disco shimmering, hip hop spitting, rap flowing, pop sparkling, neo soul glowing. New roots, new beats, but they all share her DNA. Echoes of her charisma still reverberate today. Through Bessie, through Billy, through Etta, Little Richard, Tina Turner, James Brown too. Down the line to Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Lil Nas X. Ma Rainey didn't just inspire the singer, she inspired the soul behind the next wave.
Yes.
Went out last night with a crowd of my friends. They must been women, cause I don't like no men.
Yeah.
See, Ma was queer before the word was carved. On stages when the law said she couldn't. A woman on her arm when the world said she shouldn't. Ma's music spoke of women, desire, freedom. And she didn't whisper about them, she wailed. She didn't just sing the blues, she lived them. And because she stood unhidden, she made waves that queer voices could follow. And if you doubt her power, if you doubt her claim, just close your eyes and listen. The music remembers, the influence remains. They say I do it. Ain't nobody caught me, so got to prove it on me. Thank you.
Hell yes, keep that energy going for Jen in response to the Taiwan marriage equality buttons. Here for Jen.
So I asked my dad to translate what it says on there, and I'll share a little bit. So on the left, it basically says 3 against, but it's okay. And on the right, it's a dual meaning. So it can mean 2 good, 3 bad, or in baseball, 2 strikes, 3 balls, because strikes in Chinese is good ball and balls are bad balls. So a little confusing, but yeah, some dual meanings. And so this is my poem, Home Run. Ball 1. I didn't understand baseball metaphors for sex as a teen. To ace, to remember the bases. I took so long to get pitcher and catcher, my queerness came into question. Ball 2. I never understood why girls weren't supposed to play baseball. If girls are safer with a softer ball, how do you explain female skaters slamming on the same concrete as guys? Strike 1. I was saving myself for marriage because it's what good Taiwanese American girls did. But I never felt like a good Taiwanese American girl. And what if I fell in love with another girl and gay marriage never got legalized? The idea of saving myself suddenly seemed stupid. I didn't think I was part of the rainbow then, but there was always the what if and my secret desire to be butch because tomboys are supposed to grow out of it so they wouldn't dirty their white dresses.
Yeah.
Strike 2. I don't actually want a wedding, but I still secretly fantasize about one. Even then, the poofy white dress that's sometimes black instead looks better on a mannequin than this body that feels as much home as Taiwan, which is not very. It's a relief to have escaped the multi-wedding curse of the multicultural because I wouldn't know how to explain in my shrinking native tongue that while I'm okay with female on my passport, I'm not going to be anyone's wife, even after the ring is placed on my finger. I avoid visiting Taiwan because I have nothing to say. Ball 3. I don't understand baseball, but I get bottom of the ninth. It's Tony Hawk at the top of the ramp, giving one last go at the 900. It's the final vote after years of campaigning. Make the home run, trick, resolution, or break the body, spirit. 6. When Taiwan legalized gay marriage, I wasn't sure I was reading about the same country, so I had to go see for myself. After the obligatory family visits, I step into a shop selling flags and binders. I buy a rainbow pineapple button and tell the clerk about a queer-less friend who loved pineapples as much as Taiwanese people did, who handed me her wedding invite backstage, who was gone before she could give me the gender-affirming haircut I needed. But now her memory gave me this connection, forged despite the missing Mandarin words. I take a selfie at Taipei's Rainbow Crosswalk, which looks a lot like my neighborhood's. I've finally found a piece of home here. Thank you.
Woo-woo! Thank you, Jen. All right. Next up is another beautiful poet. If you guys have not heard her, you're in for a treat. Please welcome Crush, writing on William Dorsey Farm.
How y'all doing?
Woo!
Like Larry said, my name is Crush, but it's not what you think. It's an acronym that stands for Creating Realities Using Spiritual Hands. Thank you for this space. Talk about the space that I've created. I am the creator of Fluid Fridays. which is the largest queer open mic in Texas. So if you like what you hear here, please follow us, Fluid Fridays. We do that once a month. So this piece for William Dorsey Swann, I was drawn to because it is the story of a man who was first enslaved and then later became the first known drag queen. That was such an incredible story for me to learn. And so I was called to read this piece that I wrote, which I'm a little nervous which is odd. I'm used to performing and not reading. So the reading portion is a little out of my wheelhouse, but we're gonna do that, okay? So this is called Queen of the Grand Rag, an ode to William Dorsey Swann. Take your mask off before you enter this masquerade ball. We are no longer slaves in the field. We are a prelude. Satin dress stories laying the mortar for the brick that was Stonewall. Forever caught in a storm, but always finding a way to bend light through raindrops and disperse rainbows with every death drop. Mask off. You have been hiding in plain sight long enough. Be free. Before ballroom had a ballroom, Washington, D.C. had William Dorsey Swann, a Black man born into slavery who became known for organizing the first drag balls in U.S. history, laying the foundation for freedom marches and broken barriers everywhere, stitching legacy into family by blood and by love. Even when Swann felt he fought long enough, his brothers took his patchwork and continued to quilt antagonism into activism. Swann took secondhand clothing and created the Grand Rag. No fine fabrics at his fingertips, but Black queer folks know how to walk rags into rich statement pieces. We be loud as a revolt against being silenced in our own skin, still fighting to be comfortable without our masks, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop us from dancing. The House of Swann, where slaves became queens, is giving royalty. Let's go to the Grand Rag and drag. It's right down that DC road. Just a cakewalk away. The cakewalk originated in slave communities as a subtle comical mockery of the stiff formal nature of their slave owners' dances. Then kicked, twisted, and turned its way into the evolution of Vogue, captivity into choreography. There are stories in this house, some of which involved law enforcement, lighting sirens instead of candles at Swann's 30th birthday party, ripping gowns like ignored constitutional amendments, putting shackles back on these Black men again, forcing them to find home in the modern day slavery of prison cells. Can't no bars hold you, queen. But the Grand Rag balls, that's where you are seen. I mean, how many ways can you get free? From slavery to prison cells to societal gender norms. You can break your way into redesignating Swann Street, formerly named for a slave-owning politician of the same last name, the irony. The name Swann is now revolution on a street, with houses that resemble bent light refracting into the colors of nuanced freedom, a recognition of your legacy, of your contributions and sacrifices, for our community to walk, dance, strut and tut down any street with a badge of pride. Thank you.
Woo! Let's go!
Yes, that was beautiful. Please welcome, responding to Harvey Milk's college yearbook, James.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Lyric. Thank you, Aaron and Adrian. Thank you to everyone who's read so far. This is a really humbling and amazing company to be among. So just want to send some thanks out there. And there is a slight interactive portion to my set. If you can find this little slip in your program, you'll see my name listed right below Crushes, who just read but I am a distinct social media presence from Crush. So just where you see James Davis, you can pencil in or just remember in your mind Germs Davis, germs like ladies and germs, and Davis like Davis. So that's the interactive portion. And the poem can be interactive too. I hope everybody feels, engaged. So yeah, this was an extremely moving and amazing experience to be in this exhibit. And this is one of multiple artifacts in the exhibit that inspired me. But this is Harvey Milk's college senior yearbook photo. And the poem I wrote in response to this is called Recognition. I see you, Harvey B. Milk, smirking from your 21st year, coiffed and aquiline and gorgeous, unmistakable even in black and white on the foxed recto page of a yearbook under museum glass. And there is no doubt in my mind you see me too. You look in that lens through a millennium and your own death to a future where you are an icon and I am an acolyte, and you can teach me how to feel. So tell me, Harvey B. Milk, what is this hurt when I look into your eyes and expect an answer? Where am I aching toward? Things are worse than ever for us, Harvey. I want you to say you know this. No, I want you to say I'm wrong. No, I want you to say I don't have time for you, for this, for any of this pissant imagining. And that's what hurts the most, Harvey B. How insufferably stressed out I am, how I must squeeze my love for you between 17 open tabs. And you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, don't you? How little time we are allowed for our real work and how hard we fight to make it against what grinds away the sharp, exquisite edges we homosexuals are endowed with by God and his negatives. I want you so badly to unburden me, I can barely move a muscle. I am so viscerally disgusted to see your name crucified on a street sign, the official afterlife of slaughtered minorities of consequence, the asphalt we drive and paint over. And yes, I bet you knew a few poets in your day and felt a certain way about the aesthetics of our rage, but I bet you loved a few too, and understand the deal we've made with the truth. You're a man who knows beauty is rhetorical. A man's man, says your classmate. And isn't it funny how that phrase can mean such different things to different people? How one man's man loves and another man's man kills love. I want so badly to be every man's man, I turn myself into knots. I twist and twist and twist from the inside out, which I bet you'd remind me is a kind of work. I want to be useful for you, Harvey Milk. So remind me how to catch another's falling with this net I've made. Thank you.
Woo!
5 minutes.
Yes, James, come on now. All right, y'all. I hope you are ready.
Oh, no.
I'm excited to hear this one. I've been excited to hear all of them, honestly, but we don't normally get to hear our brother Aaron, so y'all clap it up. Welcome to the stage, Aaron. You're writing on Oscar. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello again. You may not recognize me because I took my jacket off. Now I'm a poet. One thing you should know before I responded to a facsimile of the Portrait of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde And in it, you can see where he wrote the words out and then edited out things, some of which were sort of homoerotic or sort of leaning in a direction of same-sex affection. So that was the item. The other piece of context you should know is on a certain elimination show with a name that I probably can't say or they'll sue me. There is a moment towards the end where there are several drag queens on stage, and this person shows them a picture of their younger selves and said, "What would you say to little whatever your name is?" So before the final elimination of Drag Race, what I would say to Oscar Wilde in 1897: it's amazing how far you've come. You are in the stone pit now. Don't give up. Your path is your own, shorter than you'll hope. Keep your voracious appetite long as you can. You have become yourself. You have burned yourself pure, page by page, becoming a trembling narcissus in an April snow. You could have been kinder, though you weren't. And queens and queers will hold up your name evermore, blazing thyrsus of defiance, green carnation, middle finger bloom.
Yeah.
Stay true to your drag. It's impossible to see now, but you are a pantheon unto yourself, Dionysus of the Belle Epoque, Sisyphean struggle, and then Apollo, assuming your place among constellations. A body cannot stay, my Oscar. And the nature of human stories is one same final, unglamorous end. You know your own breaking, bones and soul, but your genius remains. You also know, as you always have, and refused to deny, it will live on and grow, glowing beside Stein, Foucault, Lord, Kramer, Hooks. Beauty has entered your life many times and has again, though cloaked now in despair by a jailer's hand, and for yourself and me and all who have and will come between and after, you will not turn, but set down what is true in looping, inked marks outlasting prison sentence, bodies, buildings, nations. Do not color with regret's blush. We, as queer people, paint our faces and choose our families. That our very gift. As you sit confined, do not forsake hope, for as you have awakened to this privilege, we mark the path that you charted. Each ennobles the other. This, my Oscar, my own dearest Oscar, is all we must do until the very last. Keep going.
Beautiful.
So I have the fantastic honor of introducing our last poet. But first, I want to say thank you so much to the Irving Archive and Museum. I want to say thank you to Badge of Pride, to the Writers Guild. Thank you so much, Adrian, Aaron, and especially, thank you, deepest thanks to my amazing co-curator. And the last poet you're going to hear from, responding to the Rainbow Lounge. Please give it up for Lyric.
Scoop this. How's that? Can y'all hear me? Okay. And the category is bold. Welcome to the Rainbow Lounge, where you have permission to shine, live, love out loud and proud. So let me see you. Vogue it out, twerk it out, sing it out and scream it out, because here at the Rainbow Lounge, See, we definitely be doing it and doing it and doing it well. Woo! And well. The crazy shit is, it still went dark. No warnings. No heads up. It was a calculated move. And they thought they were safe. Had learned to make the best of the moments they had to be free. Free. Free to enjoy life without judgment and no condemnation. But instead, the ones they trusted to protect them came self-adorned and ready to play God. Handing out sentences before a citation, conviction, or booking could even have been recorded. And they had years of practice, truthfully, hating the ones they didn't like and masking it as duty. And the lies already on their tongues before the damage they had planned was even done. And they just knew they'd get away with it. Because why should this time be any different? And as history repeats itself in more ways than one, they ripped the mask off their faces, showing their true colors in spaces they have always been afraid of, as if destroying the people bold enough to live in their truth would even somehow make their evil souls more digestible for you and for me. It's just another reminder, yet again, that being Black, being a woman, and being gay, it's a very heavy load to carry, especially when the people that hate you know that they can get rid of you and still get away with it. And it's a repeated message, one that deserves to be heard in unison. A moment of silence and recognition, a call to wake up and smell the guilt in their bones, a bat signal across the lands, calling us all to stand up for what's right. Because hatred sits in the belly of the beast. But beasts, they too can always be defeated. And the spirit of the Rainbow Lounge will live on today, tomorrow, and forevermore. Why are you afraid of rainbows? Release that fear and let us glow. 'Cause we deserve to shine. Shine bright. And every pretty little rainbow deserves a chance, so let it go. 'Cause we deserve to fly. Fly. Said we deserve to fly. Fly. And the category is live loud, be proud, and be you. Woo! So let's call everybody back up to the stage. Adrian, please come up. Aaron, please come up. Logan, please come up. Hey, come on up, y'all. Cloud Goddess, Bud Bailey, Miss Trill, Guru, Jen. Look, oh, I already called Logan. All right, look. Kepler, Arthur, Emmy, Guru, Hush, James.
All right. All right, I've just got a couple of quick things to note before we turn you loose. Number one, I need to talk to my graphics and editing department. So sorry about that, James. Guilty. Okay, so two quick notes here. At 5:00 p.m. Central Time, we had the privilege of recording every single one of these poems one-on-one in the exhibit. Those will drop at precisely 5:00 p.m. You'll be able to have that one-on-one experience with every one of these poets. And then this thing has been such a dream to do. I am producing a 2-hour radio documentary on this project in particular. So this is the participatory element. I'm going to ask you to shout out 3 words, and it's the title of this program, Say It Loud. So 3, 2. Say it loud! Thank you very much. Thanks for coming out, y'all. Thank you to all these amazing poets. Thank you, Lyric and Logan, for co-hosting this event. Oh my gosh, this has been fabulous. Thank you to the Writers here at the Irving Archive and Museum, and to all of you for being part of it. Thank you so much. All right. All right.
Get on your Zoom calendars. Next year, we're going to do this again.
Okay. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, probably should. Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. And let me
The
go
one
stop the light.
is every first Tuesday. So it's coming up. And then, okay. It's all right. Listen, you know, sometimes it be like that. So, you know. Oh, okay. I'm sweating so bad.